An absent WWE superstar has potentially confirmed their exit. Meanwhile, a SmackDown superstar was removed from a match at a live event last night, and we have an update on NXT talent working indie events. More on that later on. Hello everyone, Jack and Ross back again. We're going to be talking about Naomi or Trinity Fatu.
Or just Trinity.
Or just Trinity.
Just like Just Joe from the Attitude Era. Just Trinity.
That's what I thought first as well. No, this is the situation regarding the superstar formerly known as Naomi, who obviously infamously walked out of the company alongside Sasha Banks during that whole fallout, and has since now done quite an interesting update on her Instagram page.
Yeah, she's changed her name to, well, Trinity Fatu, I think has always been a name on Instagram, right. But she's now put underneath there in the bio, just Trinity, Twitter Naomi, TikTok Trinity Fatu, 0, and then there's like a Tank and Marley Fatu, which is their dog's Instagram account. It just seems to be the shoot her. If that makes sense.
And has this potential, I mean, we're not confirming anything here, this is speculation, but multiple news sources are also speculating on the fact that this could be kind of a signifier of her, this is her leaving WWE now.
Because you would assume if she was going to come back to the company, she would just keep Naomi because it's such an established character. Been a name on the main roster for goodness knows how long at this point. Must be going on for 10 years now, since the Funkadactyls days. So yeah, this just looks like she might be done. But conversely, what if she gets involved in the bloodline? That would feed into that, wouldn't it? Like a sort of different name for her because she's part of that family, kind of.
Well, I want to see that now. No, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I imagine that it although her Twitter handle is still Naomi WWE, that could be a potential clue there as well.
That's a minefield, isn't it? The old Twitter changing of the things. Look at Dijak, he's still called T-Bar on there, isn't he?
Is he? Oh,
poor old guy.
We talked about him in the last news video after quite a horrible injury that he suffered at NXT. So yeah, we'll wait to see what happens with Naomi or Trinity if she pops up. I don't even know if she would want to wrestle anywhere else. She seems to have a lot of other ventures going on.
You see modelling pictures all the time, don't you, on the Twitter machine and whatnot. So yeah, and I guess, I don't know. I just don't know, Jack.
No, I don't know either. We'll have to leave that one and wait and see. Also, a SmackDown star was removed from a match at a live event recently. It was Sonya Deville, who had 7 stitches above her left eye after being accidentally busted open during a live event in Pensacola, Florida. That just
the home of the Tribal Chief.
Absolutely. She was wrestling against Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan in a triple threat match when she was accidentally busted open. And apparently after being checked over, she was then removed from the match and taken to the back to be assessed. Hopefully she's all right. Apparently at the Royal Rumble she suffered a similar injury as well.
You're telling me. I had a look at the pictures side by side at the Rumble. She had a massive one just above her eyebrow, and then this new one was sort of underneath her eyebrow
so it's
on
not
the same eye.
Oh, I thought it meant that the same one had been reopened.
Oh no, it's a different one. It's just underneath the eyebrow. So she's had, I think I saw 19 stitches over the 2 different cuts over the past 2 weekends. That's a rotten bit of luck. Obviously she came up short in the SmackDown Women's title match on SmackDown last week as well. Not been the best week for Sonya.
No, but at least, first and foremost, obviously, we hope she's all right and has a quick recovery. But also, this could be a good sign of kind of WWE's policy moving forwards. It's always been gradually improving over recent years, and hopefully this means that injuries are more likely to be taken seriously rather than the old school mentality of just tough it out.
Finish the match.
Yeah, which, it might seem important in the moment, but when you remove yourself from the situation, you think it's not worth it, is it really? So yeah, best wishes to Sonya. And also, there's been a major AEW star announced for a major independent show.
Yes, Jon Moxley is returning to GCW to be a part of Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 9. It'll be his 5th appearance at the event and his first in GCW since dropping the title to Nick Gage last October.
He's going to join various names that have already been announced, including Timothy Thatcher, who we recently saw on Dynamite, Johnny Bloodsport, aka Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, all the Johns, Speedball Mike Bailey, and perhaps most surprisingly so far, ex-New Japan Pro Wrestling star Kota Ibushi as well for the show in LA at the Ukrainian Cultural Center on March 30th, a part of WrestleMania weekend.
So just in case you haven't seen it before, it's a wrestling ring, but no ropes, and it's a bloody shoot, but not quite.
Yeah, last year, no, it's not a shoot, but it's very much presented as if it is. I think because I don't watch too many of that style of wrestling over the course of the year, whenever I watch it, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, it's a very different feel. Like
I wouldn't like all wrestling to be like that.
Oh, no.
No.
I like the sort of setting for it as well. And like this, it's like a little sort of fight den. Not like Shane McMahon.
It's like underground.
Not like that. Not like that. It's like the very tight arena. Like the fans are right on top of the whatever I guess they call it a ring, don't they? It's just got no ropes.
Yeah.
So I like this. I liked everything about it. Yeah, the aesthetic is wonderful.
Yes.
William Regal loves it, doesn't he? Always goes for a talent scout.
Yeah.
It seems every year he's stood at the back.
Lurking in the corner, yeah. So that should be very interesting indeed. I think last year he wrestled Oney Lorcan or
Biff Busick.
Yeah, and it was, well, there was loads of blood, as you'd imagine. Also, there's an update on this. So there was a weird kind of. It seemed like a bigger story than it ultimately turned out to be, I think, but there's an update on that anyway.
Because it wasn't true, was it?
So Alvarez, was it reported? Yeah. Brian Alvarez said that AEW stars, NXT stars, excuse me, would possibly be allowed to work certain select independent promotions. But since then, it's kind of emerged that actually it's just a one-off.
Yeah.
It seems like. And that one-off has been revealed. It's Reality of Wrestling, which is Booker T's promotion, who have booked Ivy Nile to compete this Saturday at their show in Texas City.
Texas City? Is that a different place to Texas?
I'm concerned that this is just part of the notes and they've not actually worked out what city
Tom
it
just
is.
going into Uncle Howdy mode. Oh, goddamn, she'll be downtown in Texas City.
I'm worried that just the notes haven't been filled in and then it's like, we haven't yet found out which Texas city it's in, unless there is really a place in Texas called Texas City, in which case...
Fair play. I have no idea.
No. Anyway, there's been an update on that whole situation with Ivy Nile.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels has since shot the entire thing down, which is Alvarez's initial claim, I guess, saying that they can work select indies all over the place. As of right now, Ivy Nile returning to ROW was honestly a one-shot deal. Booker, this is Shawn Michaels speaking, by the way. Booker has obviously been very good to us here. It was something that he asked, and we obviously wanted to help him out with that. As of right now, there is no talk of any of that, to my knowledge.
Well,
so
then,
there could be talk of it, but the sexy boy doesn't know.
And I think he would know if NXT talent was gonna regularly be loaned out to certain indie promotions.
He is the head honcho these days. He seems to have taken over from Triple H. It's sort of like because Triple H is busy, isn't he, with the big boy stuff?
I was honestly shocked at the presentation of NXT Vengeance Day.
What do you mean?
It was just far grander than I imagined it would be.
The crowd was astonishing.
Screens, the crowd.
Yeah.
Did you see those lads in the front row tuck it in? It seemed like every time I looked at them, and fair play to them. I'm not arguing with having a delicious meal of the wrestling, but it was just a really dramatic moment of a match. And then I looked into the front row, and there was just three blokes next to each other, just all. It was fantastic.
I tell you what, though, I'm shocked to see an NXT star named for ROW and not be his biological daughter, Booker T's biological daughter, Roxanne Perez.
I don't mind the Booker openly roots for Roxanne Perez. I think it adds a touch of real. Do you know?
I don't know.
She gets very emotional when she wins.
He's supposed to be an independent journalist behind that broadcast booth.
Absolutely. What else have you got in the works for us this week, Ron?
I don't know. No, it's things will happen. We've launched shorts on the channel, so check out the shorts.
Okay.
Sam's went live yesterday. You're doing one today.
Yeah.
I'm doing one today.
I'd like to do a cheeky plug for my podcast that I did it's a monthly one, so it's not going to be too regular, but check that out on the audio feed where I talk about the best matches of the month. And are you Twitch streaming on Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Football, soccer.
And I'm Twitch streaming on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Football Manager. Also the soccer.
Wonderful. Yes. Everything covered.
Thank you very much for watching this video. I've been Jack. This has been Ross. Leave your thoughts and opinions in that comment section down below. And we'll see you very soon.